Are you ready to go on a jungle adventure with us?
Come along and come explore the temple.
While we learn how to play and play through Coba from Crossbow Games. Welcome to Whisker Dice. Hey yo folks, I'm your host Conesy with Most, and I am joined today by...
Hey, I'm Suzanne.
And today we're going to go over a new game to us. Well, it's not quite so new. We've had it for about 6 months, but new game, Coba from Crossbow Games. Now, this copy of Coba was provided to us in prototype form from Crossbow Games. We really do appreciate it. We really love this game, and we're excited to finally be able to bring it to the channel.
Yes, so this is a prototype, so some of our components may look slightly different than what you receive in your finished product copy. So a couple things before we get started with this. What should they all be doing right now, Conesy?
Well, they should smash that like button. And if you haven't, and we know you haven't, because most of you who are watching this probably haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that now. We really do appreciate it, and it goes a long ways. Whether it's us or whatever your other favorite content creators are, it goes an extremely long ways to helping them grow their channel, build community, and continue to help get the word out about all of these amazing, great games that your favorite content creators are talking about and bringing to you. So we really do appreciate it here at Whisker Dice, but we also ask you to do this for all the other channels. And while you're there, while you're down there, if you just want to give us a comment, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Now, that said... Yep. What else do we got to talk about before we can get into this teach?
I don't think there's anything else other than
awesome.
What this game is about.
I'm excited to relearn how to play this because I haven't played this in a while.
Yes. Well, do you want to tell everyone what we are doing in this game, what the theme is?
Sure. So this is a jungle adventure. I guess it's less jungle and more temple.
Yes.
Oriented because the game board is going to represent basically a temple or a series of temple steps that you're trying to progress up, and if you can progress up all the way past the final step, you will get the treasure and win as a collaborative team.
Yes, so this is a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players. Setup is the same no matter the player count. So what you are going to do is you're going to shuffle the deck of cards, and you're going to deal 3 cards to each player, and then deal a row of 7 out in front of you. These represent the temple steps. At one end, you have a meeple that represents your party going through the temple. And at the other end, you are going to put your jewel or treasure that you are trying to reach. And there are also a set of blood tokens which represent damage that you will do.
And this is a good point to point out that this jewel is not included in the production copy. They actually have replaced it with a slightly different component. I don't remember what it is. Because it caused damage to the tin itself. And they've also actually, for the facing of the cards that you're looking at, they've made them a slight bit lighter so that they're, some of the feedback from the prototype was that it was maybe a little harder to read at a larger table or whatnot. So they did make the backgrounds a little lighter and whatnot, just for people to be able to view and read the cards. I think particularly with like some of these types of cards, which are pertinent. This kind of looks like, it looks like it's almost background imagery, but it's actually not pertinent and relevant to the card and the card mechanics.
Yeah, so that's a great way to introduce you to what the cards look like. So on the cards, you're going to see a number. This is the number for the temple step that is going to be very important when we're looking at the temple. The card is also, when they're played from your hand, you will also see an symbol on there, whether it's a shoe, a canteen, a knife. Those are the actions that symbolize the actions that you will take when you play the card. And then also on there will be sometimes some bonus actions that you could use the card for instead. And those can be played out of turn order. Those can be played depending on what the bonus action says to do. That'll give you a good clue on when you would activate it. And lastly, in the background on many of the cards, there are curse symbols. So there's Curse of the Snake, Curse of the Monkey, and Curse of the Jaguar.
Well, that's curses.
Yes, those are curses. And these, if you have not defeated them before you move on to, your party moves on to that jungle step, you will take damage.
You've set off the trap and the curse takes effect.
Yes. So it's not just simple to defeat the curses to move along here. You also have to get the steps rearranged into the correct order. The numbers on the steps need to go in ascending order. So if you start on step 19, the next step cannot be step 1. It would need to be a higher number. And there'll be mining mechanics that let you rearrange the steps as you go and you play through it. The other thing that those numbers do is they determine turn order on each round that we play. So,
yep.
All right. So before we go into the first round, let's go through what some of these different actions are after you've selected, so you would know what to select when you have in your hand of cards.
And I think we said it, but I'm just going to make sure that we do, is that when it's the player's turn for the round, all players play simultaneously a card from their hand, and then once everybody's done playing their card face down, then it's revealed, which is now why that resolution order by lowest to highest also starts to take into effect.
Yes, and there is no talking when you're deciding on what you are going to choose. So
yep.
Let's start with the symbols on the cards. So with the action symbols, these are what you're going to take when it's your turn. So there is a knife, which allows you to attack. It lets you put 1 damage token on the next curse, at the adjacent temple step, if it contains a spirit. So spirit or a curse.
Yeah. So like this has got the jaguar symbol on this one. So if we wanted to move on to here,
you could put
we could damage it first. So we use our little knife to maybe pry up the trap or whatever, or scratch out the curse or whatever. And now we can move on to that on a later round with a move action, which you'll talk about in a second, and not have to suffer the curse.
Yes. Now, if you are on a card with a spirit and you play a knife action, attack action on the next one, let's just pretend this wasn't a 1, there was no spirit there, it'd be a wasted action. So it is not, it's just whatever is next for you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you move? You play a boot. There are cards with boots. And so if you play a boot, then you get to move to the next adjacent step if it has a higher value. If you were to move here and there was not any damage on that temple step and there is the curse, then you need to resolve the curse. And we'll go through what the curses are in a moment here.
But if
there's a damage,
if you were here,
safe.
If you were here and played a boot, or it's your turn to resolve your card and it's a boot, you cannot move up to that next spot because 19 to 1 is not bigger. It's not a bigger number. Sorry, no movie. No, bad.
Okay. So next you'll see a canteen. The canteen allows you to swap 2 temple steps that do not have your party token on them. If they have any damage on them, that is fine. That will move with it. So that's how you can get that. That's one of the ways you can get them reordered into the order that you would need. And then there's also a torch. So the torch is going to allow you to exchange a card in your hand for one that is out here on the table in your row of temple steps. And it can be anywhere, before or after. It just can't be the one that your party is on. So, yep. So that would be doing that. Now the curses. So the curse of the snake, a curse of a monkey, and a curse of the jaguar. So the curse of the snake has you take all of the temple steps that do not have your party marker on them, shuffle them together and then redeal them out.
All that work, you got them to reorder. Now the plus side is like if you're up here or like up here and you're reordering everything you've already passed, you don't have to worry about trying to pass it. But if you're like, hey, I got to like here and I've spent a bunch of actions and now I got to reorder this whole mess, that might be certain doom for your game.
Right. Then there is the Curse of the Monkey. So this one basically has your dude, your party, having to take a rest and recover. So they are laying down and you have to spend a move action to stand them back up before they can move again. So, and then the Curse of the Jaguar is that you are discarding 2 cards from the top of the draw deck. Why is that important? If the draw deck runs out before you can get to your treasure, the party loses.
Yep. So, yes. Which is pretty much how this game has ended every time for us.
Oh, we've won.
Did we win? We got to the last card. I don't think we've ever won.
Yes, we have won. So, anyway, so then there are some special actions on here.
It'll be on the screen if that's actually happened because I logged all the plays.
So, the special action cards, they also have what that symbol does written on the card. So we have the Death Talisman, which has you draw from the discard pile. So you'll have a discard pile here that lets you draw from that. That is awesome. A flare gun makes it so that you get to resolve your card first this turn, whether or not you had the lowest number. Radio lets you show the rest of the players what you have in your hand, so to give a help figure out what's going to be going on and going on next. A whip lets you draw another card. A pistol, you can place. It's very similar to an attack. It just lets you place it there on the next closest spot.
Is it always the next closest spot?
Place the damage on the next closest spot.
The same thing as a knife.
Yes, but you get to play it outside of that. And then there is a Time Talisman, which
we just talked about. That's
no, this is the Death Talisman.
Okay.
The Time Talisman returns your action card. So if you've played a card and when everyone else's card is out and you don't like what you've played, you want to swap it for something else in your hand, it lets you return the card that you played to your hand and play another one. And then there's also binoculars. So binoculars let me see what someone else in the party has. And then a hat lets you, unlike the flare gun, the hat lets you resolve your card last.
Okay.
So there's different variants. We set up this deck with the Quizzicola variant, which has some cards that are just steps that have no numbers, no symbols, nothing on them. They're basically dud cards. So they're just going to slow it down, make it a little bit more difficult for you.
Awesome. That's what we needed.
Yes.
I'm pretty confident we haven't won this game yet.
Okay, well, so...
Be on the screen. All right, so we all played our card. We resolve our actions. Then is there anything else then at the end of the round?
What you're going to do at the end of the round is all the cards that were played are going to go to the discard pile, and you're going to draw back up to 3 cards in your hand.
Okay, perfect. And then we go to the next round, right?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Then we rinse and repeat until we win or lose.
Yes.
All right, I think we know how to play. I think we've got the symbols kind of figured out. Are we ready to actually start playing?
Yes, we are.
Let's get ready to jungle! Okay, so we got to pick one of these amazing cards to play. Sure, let's play that. And what are the cards numbered, by the way? Because the deck is how many cards? It's like 31 cards without the variant cards in there or something like that.
It's 36 adventure cards, temple steps.
So with all the variant cards and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay, so got it. Okay. So like the highest number is going to be
34.
34? Okay.
Number.
Got it. All right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, I guarantee I'm not playing first.
Okay, what do you have there? A 31 and that staff. I have a 26 and a canteen. So I am going to go first.
What did the canteen action do
The
again?
canteen lets me swap 2 cards
Okay.
out here that the party is not on. So I know we want to have that. We probably want to have that 1 pretty close to the front. So I'm going to move that 1 over and so with the 19.
Okay.
And so that is my turn.
And then the 31 is swap this from a card in the hand, and well, that 22 looks a heck of a lot better, right? Because that's swap it.
Exchange a card from your hand, not the
Ugh.
card you just played.
Yuck. All right.
So yeah,
never
take
mind.
1 from your hand.
All right. Well,
And then it's going to
still-
go back in your hand. The card, that's
the
go
card
back
I
in your
took.
hand. Yep.
Yep. All right.
Okay. All right, so now we draw up to 3 cards. We have not moved very far yet.
Nope.
All right. I've got a card I'm gonna play. I'm trying to. We don't have a spirit on this next tile.
So I'm gonna play this to draw from the discard
Okay.
because that's a free action.
All right.
All right.
Ready, set, flip. I have a 20.
31.
And we have the same symbol on there.
So what are
Okay.
you swapping?
So I was going to. Let's just take 1 from your hand. I have 1 that I can place that's lower than this 19, but not lower than this 7. So I think I'm actually going to take this 27 because also it's a canteen that lets me swap things around later
Sure.
into my hand. I will say one of the things we need to be careful of is not using too many boots for other things because we did that. I do know happened a couple times where we just couldn't move anymore.
All right. So I have to swap as well. I'm gonna swap.
Okay. All right. Draw up. Okay. 27 with the canteen. Remove there. So now I can swap 2 cards. One of our party items. I
I
was
think
thinking.
this doesn't go to the discard in case we count something.
I think I'm gonna swap the 8 and the 17, or the 7 and the 13. That's what I'm trying
7
to
and the
think,
13 is
13.
probably the best bang for the buck.
Okay, let's swap the 7 and the 13. And I don't have anything else.
Or the, yeah. 7 and the 13.
And then so we need to get the 8 and the 17 swapped.
Unless we pull one of them out of the
Yeah,
list.
not gonna happen with me.
No. Yet. Who knows? Who knows?
Okay. Now it's like our next one has a spirit that we need to fight on there. So I'm trying to think. I guess this is what I have to do. Alright.
Okay.
Well, we're both attacking.
Well, awesome. We're efficient.
Yes.
I stabbed it.
Good.
Oh wait, you stab it again. You didn't do anything.
I think
All right.
All right.
Well, draw back up. Better luck next time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right.
Ready?
Yep. And a 6 with a speed on it. Okay. And I picked my 6th defeat because I know I'm not gonna. I should not have to play it again since we're gonna move on to the 7.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna move here. We're safe because there is damage on there. And what do you have? You can swap with something that's in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Out there. Okay. Nice. Ah, except that was feet for running.
I know, but
Oh.
it sets us up. At least now we can move.
That's true.
And there is a spirit on that. So
There
I
is.
will play this to damage the next spirit.
Nice. I think I'm safe to do this one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. We both have boots,
Yep.
but lucky thing is 13 is in line and does not have a spirit on it. All right. Draw up. Oh, I'm definitely playing this one. Oh.
So that's okay.
Okay. Trio, I have a 3. You have a nothing.
I didn't see anything that I could swap or move or stab
Okay.
or anything else that I could do with the cards in my hand. So I figured I might as well get this garbage card out of my hand for once.
Well,
The swapping 2 cards we have out, I don't know what cards to swap because we are standing there.
I realize that. I don't know that there really is anything that I can swap. There wasn't.
I mean, you can swap these two, I
That's
guess.
what we're
but-
gonna do because we don't want the 30 is so high. I don't want to.
But either way, we've got to get both of those cards. If we don't get some torches or something, we're in some trouble.
Yeah. Well, if you have a torch, you better have something in your hand to swap with it. All right. And no, when you guys see this card that I drew, I did not step this one.
Sure.
Did not.
Sure.
I have a. I did not. I have a 5. Oh, you have 4. Oh, you have the same thing I do. Okay.
But I
Here's the
resolved
thing.
for you.
Mine needs to go right after this 13. It
Shouldn't-
has to go
Which
right
we're
after
allowed
13.
to say that?
We can talk after we've resolved
Okay.
like shown our cards.
Alright. Alright.
Do not. How about this? Do not take the 8.
I won't take the 8.
Thank you. Because I have 14. So really, this is the only place we can go. Now we just need to be able to fight.
Just take this to your hand. The 8 to your hand.
Oh, yes. Alright, God. Alright. I'm gonna do
I'm
nothing.
gonna stabby.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna reveal my hand. I'm gonna play my periscope and reveal my hand.
You're gonna play that when you only have 1 card in your hand?
Yes, because I can't use this card for anything. It's no help. I use it to get the card out of my hand.
Alright, well, we just need 4 more boots or something like that to finish
4
this
boots.
thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, you do have to move off the last card. You can't
Yes.
just get to the last card. You gotta move past it.
Yep. My boots.
Boots.
Oh no! I get there.
And then this one, we don't have to worry about. This is damage.
No, but you have to move.
So we only worry about this one.
I know. And that is a snake card.
Yes.
So we shuffle
Everything we're not on.
everything we're not.
That's not so bad because we're already to the last card. So this is the only card that's going to go here.
Yeah, that's true. And all damage tokens are discarded.
Some more shuffling to it.
This
is a pretty fair way to shuffle here because, like, hey, I couldn't, even if I card counted it and
here,
whatever with my shuffling, no, she shuffled it for sure. So
we gotta put 5 on that side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, odds were we weren't going to get a card lower than that.
Oh, this is awesome.
Well, we got a draw here, don't we?
Yes, I'm just so excited.
Now, we do also have to probably move off this turn because this is the final card in our...
Yeah,
Is the game end when we can't draw, or...
Game end is when the party manages on the temple. So basically, if we can't, basically we just can't play any more cards.
Got it. Okay, so that's a little bit different than the way we explained it.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we...
It's an 11.
Yep, okay.
If you can, well, I guess I'm not supposed to say anything.
Yep.
Shut up. I will shut up.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 8. Okay. So mine, I get to swap 2 cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to swap the 11 and the 30.
I'm going to swap the 1 and the 11.
All right. And then, when there's only 1 card here, we can decide who gets it. I can tell you I can't do anything to help us.
Why don't you take it?
Okay. Ready?
I mean, if you have a torch, that'd be great. If you don't have boot.
Alright, ready? Torch.
Alright, so I'm an 18. I resolve first. I go there.
I'm at 25. I'm going to swap the boot. And for that...
Okay, that goes to the discard.
Okay. Ready, set, reveal. Ho-ho!
Woo!
So that is how you play Coba.
Yeah, we won! Yay!
We did
I think
win.
that might have been our first win.
Yes.
All right,
I don't
so
know.
what do you? I mean, this is obviously prototype, so we're not going to judge the game based on quality of components. Although I will say
Actually,
these
these
components
are
are
nice.
actually really nice. We were quite surprised to get a prototype copy of a game that's like this close to production. Of course, Crossbow Games. And in order for you to get this game, you could go to just find Coba, or go to the Crossbow Games website, or it's just going to be easier for you to go to the GameCrafter website. And because all of Crossbow Games are basically released through the GameCrafter and are print on demand, so when the game is, when you buy your copy, GameCrafter will print a copy of that game and ship it to you immediately. So. Which is a vast majority of small publishers or publishers that don't want to deal with the actual manufacturing and distribution issues that come with like self-publishing. If they just want to self-publish that way, it's a great way for them to get their games out.
Yeah.
So again, we won't judge the game on the components. Again, prototype quality, or copy of the game, but. As far as the game, the enjoyability, the replayability, what do you think?
Oh, I really enjoy this game. I clearly don't remember what everything does all the time, but that's just me.
Yeah, I will say, like, all those, there's quite a high number of symbols and icons the whip, the whatever, and not enough labeling on the cards to remind you. And there's only the one set of rules that describes what all of them does in the game. I do realize they're trying to get the game in a small tin, and giving you a few more card options is by far better. But it would be something to go download like an extra copy or two of the rules and print it out so that you could have them easy with really not necessarily a copy of the rules for the players, but a copy of what all the symbols do for the players to handy maybe the other side of the table, so you're not passing the rule book back and forth going, oh, what does this symbol mean? What does this symbol mean? I don't know. Because everybody's selecting cards and you're really not supposed to share what's in your hand, being able to like, oh, hey, what's the torch do? Well, you just kind of probably gave away what's in your hand.
Yeah. At the same time, for me, like halfway through the game, it suddenly clicks and I remember what they are. So
we've played this several times now.
So it's so that's good. I like that it's this bit of a mind puzzle with resources being the cards in your hand. And like you need to have, you're going to need to have feet. And are you going to use canteens or torches or swapping the cards and just trying to puzzle it out is great for me. It's the components are simple enough that they're, it's like, okay, this is clear, it's clearly what it is. Mechanics are straightforward, but for me, it's like you said, we played it a lot, and this is a great one to take with us somewhere. When we're waiting for food at the restaurant or whatever. It doesn't take up a lot of space. No or rolling dice that you have to chase around.
Or time to play, really, either. It's a fairly quick play.
Yeah.
It's a small table. Again, like, oh, hey, we're waiting for food to show up. Get this out, play it at a restaurant. Oh, hey, food showed up. Well, it's on that side of the table. We just slide over here, eat our dinner, and then finish up the game while we're waiting to pay the check or something like that. Right? It does. So it's great that way. We actually really enjoy this one. This is possibly my favorite Crossbow Games game, although I really do like Draft Horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's tough between this and Draft Horse. This is nice because it does play 2 to 4 players. Draft Horse just plays 2, but they're both
2 to 4 or 1 to 4. It says 2 to 4 on the tin, and I
to
guess there is that like simultaneous playing the cards that you kind of need.
It would go.
So the trying to emulate that in a solo play scenario, it'd be interesting to see if they have or if they could do a variant solo play mechanic here.
I don't know. Some of the fun of taking it to the restaurant is to play with someone else.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there, you don't have to actually talk to them.
Yeah, no. So if you're like, hey, I want a small portable like temple crawler game, like that gives me the feel of like, say, I'm Indiana Jones or Lara Croft or one of the other famous explorers, and you're going on this expedition to discover a temple and overcome the traps and curses and ultimately get to the goal and get the treasure. This is a game that we would definitely recommend. I'm really glad that we have it in the collection, and it's not something we're looking at removing anytime soon, because we do love playing this game, and it's a nice, fast, quick game. Really enjoy it.
Yes. So with that, if you haven't already, please like the video and leave us a comment about what you thought of this game if you've played it, or if you're other Mint Tin games that you think we should check out.
Yeah, definitely. We'd love to hear what your favorite Mint Tin games are in the comments below. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hey there, it's Conesy. Thank you so much for watching. We put out videos weekly here at Wisco Dice. Check out our channel for more great videos, and don't forget to subscribe. We also have more great content on our website at wiscodice.com. Of course, we do this all for you, the viewers. So please like the video if you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.